Now let's talk about one of the guys who wasn't feeling the love at one time, but now is. And you know how it goes. Whenever you get into a new relationship and it feels good for those, 2 or 3 weeks that you've been there, all of a sudden you gotta reflect. Where have I been all this time? Man, this is amazing. And they don't stop there. You wish they did, but they don't stop there. They got to go back. Man, it was hell back there. I ain't even like that. You know what the problem was there? And I'm guilty of it as well, so I'm not pointing fingers. But it's Aaron Rodgers' turn to do the same damn thing. All right, so Rodgers' agent, David Dunn, we know that name. Isn't it dope when you're an agent and you're a household name? I mean, you did your damn thing. I see you, DD. He called Packers president Mark Murphy early in 2021 in the offseason with a request to either fire Gutekunst or trade the reigning NFL MVP. Now, the Packers refused the quarterback's request. Shut up, fool. What you say? We ain't trading nobody. First of all, we ain't even got an owner over here. We got 47 dudes on the committee representing Green Bay as a whole. Shut up. So they did not listen to his request. Okay, so Gutekunst was telling reporters after the first round of the 2021 draft that they are not going to trade Aaron Rodgers. So hours before the start of the draft, Adam Schefter, of course, reported that Rodgers was so disgruntled with the Packers organization, he didn't want to return to the team. Y'all remember all this dust that was kicked up? Well, here are the details now. So according to Sheffy, Gutekunst, Murphy, and head coach Matt LaFleur, who's younger than Aaron Rodgers, ain't he, took separate trips to meet with Rodgers at various points in the offseason to address his concerns. Just wasting that taxpayer money, because you know Green Bay ain't owned by no owner. That's the city's team, damn it. And y'all taking separate trips. Y'all better get on the same damn Spirit airline and ride together. All right, so upon arriving at training camp 3 months after Schefter's report, Aaron Rodgers met with the media to speak publicly about the situation. Quote, "This wasn't just a draft day thing," trying to set the tone. Don't act like I didn't think this through. Come into the offseason thinking about this. That was smart by Aaron Rodgers, because these teams try to play into that dumb jock theme a little too often, right? So he also said, "It started with a conversation in February. After the season ended, I just expressed my desire to be more involved in conversations directly affecting my job." All right. And then Rodgers said that the communication between him and Gutekunst it kind of got better, somewhat improved after his training camp press conference, but it still wasn't anywhere near what I've already enjoyed here with the Jets in just a few short weeks. Woo! If you ever seen somebody break up with somebody, especially if it was a long-term relationship, and then they getting something new, or they ain't even in something new, they just in them streets, right? Boy, they think the streets have won over all that stability, security, legacy that they built in that long-term relationship. Why? Because they're basing it on the infatuation stage of the newness versus the stale old spot that they had to depart. So they ain't taking the highlights from over there. They're taking the lowlights from there and the highlights from here. What does that look like? The seesaw effect. We'll discuss that later. So catch yourself when you're doing the seesaw effect, basically. Give that its proper due as you giving this its proper due. All right, so we know that Rodgers, despite all that dust, all those issues, still went out there and won his second straight MVP that year. Packers were the #1 seed, but they lost to the 49ers again in the playoffs. Rodgers then signed that 3-year, $150 extension last offseason with the Packers. Now, you imagine you go through a whole offseason, they're not listening to you, they're not respecting your requests, and you feel like they're playing you. And then you guys try to make amends, but it gets just that much better. And then you sign on to a long-term deal with that team. You think your heart was in it, in that deal you signed? You think your blood was flowing through that pen as that ink hit that paper? Hell nah. Aaron Rodgers got them fools. Aaron Rodgers is like, oh, that's how y'all want to play it? Fine. I'm going to sign me $150, give me some guaranteed money, and then guess what? I guarantee I ain't going to finish this deal here. Y'all got played. Because we know what happened after that. Aaron Rodgers and the team were they 14th in passing offense, and it just didn't go well. And they lost their guy, Davante Adams. All right, so they traded Adams to the Vegas Raiders after re-signing Rodgers. And they said that they were eventually willing to give in to Davante's desire to be the NFL's highest paid receiver. But Aaron Rodgers believes now that the way the negotiations were handled helped drive Adams away. They offered him less money than Christian Kirk. Yes, I know he got Christ in his name, but damn it, he don't deserve no damn more money than Davante Adams. And Adams was like, what, are you serious right now? I'm the best receiver in the league, and you're going to offer me less than Christian Kirk? That's what Aaron Rodgers is thinking for him. With all due respect, he's not on Davante's level. That is stating the obvious. So now, this situation, what does it mean? Like, what's the big report here? Well, obviously, the drama led to not only them not playing as well together, but Aaron Rodgers departing. Isn't it kind of cool, like, in some drama mystery kind of mode of looking back and be like, oh, the reason Aaron Rodgers really with the Jets is not because he doesn't see the future bright with the Green Bay Packers. It's because they already sullied his present a year or two ago. So he was a dead man walking, about to kill himself so he can get out that situation and be reborn in New York. Damn, that's gangster. Good job, Aaron Rodgers. For all y'all who clown him and say he's too arrogant and says he always thinks he's the smartest guy in the room, well, at least in this room, it looks like between him and Mark Murphy and Gutekunst and even my man, the coach, Matt LaFleur, Aaron Rodgers truly was the smartest in that room. Hope they ball out within the New York Jets, because if not, woo, New York is not the place to be if you ain't balling.